This is Melush. Hi. Hi Gary. Hi everyone. Welcome to my channel. So we have to wait for All-Star to start to join the matches. Just waking up. Loud in my ear. X. Oh, it's not sure that I'm a friend. Today we are watching too much of All-Star. Hopefully there won't be any bugs, but you know how it works. There is always some bug when I try to watch All-Star matches, so there might be bugs. Let's just check in which group. Vanguard Division Group 3 and Perseverance Division Group 2. The match I want to watch is ZKE versus Zz7 and R0P versus... I get it nicely. After this All-Star match, we will be joined by Bevans65 who is the president in 269, one of the smallest tournaments of the game. I mean, he even fought Mars in an arena and one APC beating one APC. So he lost, but he beat one APC of Mars, which is led some discussions. So he's a strong dude and a nice dude, so he will join us live after. Leave me alone. I have my cat in need of attention. I lost my... Hello. Yeah, hello. Okay. 29. I know I need to leave and go back in. Okay, 40 seconds. The annoying thing with what was I about to say? I've lost what I was about to say. I'm looking at the time. Yeah, it's joining exactly when All-Star start. I wish we could join as a spectator a bit earlier so we can see the start of the game, but I have to wait the exact time All-Star start. So I'm trying not to miss it. It's now. Here we go. Group 3. Voilà. I don't manage to click on the game. Okay, so we will have on the left. Wait, it's bugged again. This is it. Oh no, it will make me... Okay, this one worked. Hide again. Down. So strange. way it worked. I could switch base to go back in my base. Making no sense. Phew, 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 we are back on the... So, we have Zz7 versus ZKE on the left. Right. On the left. And here we have UEC versus R0P. Which I don't know because it's Perseverance Division and I play in older state. So let's start by checking the gathering. Imbalance on the right, and on the left the Zz7 has most gatherers. Those are already taking an advantage on gathering, so on meteorites, so probably on watchtower, and that's something we already saw in the match versus BXM, that they had an excellent gathering management. If you want to rewatch the match BXM versus Zz7, there is a live stream, but I also posted the whole match, cutting all the time I'm talking with the chat and all that to focus only on the key elements and on the strategy, but for members only. So for people who like Carlos, hello Carlos, who are subscribed to the channel, they can rewatch BXM versus Zz7 with no chatter, no distraction, just the match. And so we see again that their gathering strategy is excellent, and ZKE not doing as good at BXM maybe on the gathering, because you can see how the Zz7 dominate gathering. But ZKE can lots of stuff. Here, what is this tower placement? The ZKE will be destroyed. I mean, obviously we bet on Zz7 because we know they have strength and strategy, and ZKE has strategy, but I don't think they have super base anymore. We see Wolf D, big one. Okay, I'm sorry, but this tower placement is one of the worst I've ever seen, and I understand as therefore you are a bit under pressure, so you are like clicking and sometimes making mistakes. But that just... I mean, I yell at people when they put a tower like one tile away from where it should be. That is nonsense. I mean, place 3 towers if you want to defend against the strategy of an enemy rallying on towers. Don't do 3 towers on 4 towers. This is just too early to start the row. Look, this is too early, and they are being totally dominated on gathering, so they shouldn't be wasting any meteorites. They won't be able to build tower later. So maybe building many towers in the row allows them to keep their towers against rally, but they won't have enough meteorite to reach board. So what's the point? To start the row towards the armor, they should actually wait one take, because this is like the last time you can... I say that, but actually it doesn't matter. I wait for the mountain. Okay, why not? Why not? Never mind. But okay, really, a really strange placement of tower from ZKE. From Zz7, we already saw them in previous matches, so it's a bit classic. They have a gap that shouldn't be here. So they are also not the absolute best at placing towers. And that's how I see my value as R4. Just kidding. The thing is, when you get your towers touching, it means that the previous row is connecting both towers, you know? So like, if this tower, for instance, is destroyed... wait, that's the right example. If this tower is destroyed, this one is disconnected. But if it was correctly placed, so against the other tower, then you can destroy this tower, but both towers are still connected. You know? So this gap makes this tower vulnerable to the wall bottom side. It will connect then by the advanced tower, but just don't let gap and you are less at risk of being this. Let's check what's happening in the baby states. The baby states on the left, we have R0P. R0P has 4 rows and here UEZ has 3 rows. But we can see one thing, you know, the little numbers, I don't put it every time, so we can't know if those towers have been attacked. But those one, we can see how many attacks did they resist without being destroyed. So it seems UEZ is defending the towers well, or maybe R0P is not using rallies. Because when you send a rallies, the tower is destroyed. So because the tower is destroyed, you don't see the numbers that's been destroyed to new tower. So seeing the numbers mean either UEZ is awesome at defending their towers, either R0P is not using rallies. Hi Kyle and hi Farid, how are you doing? Is anyone here in chat right now and playing Oblivion at the same time? You should. I know some people are watching and are quiet because... Okay, so what's up here? We can see maybe the... That's what I'm looking for. I'm checking the number of APC line and leaving a tower to see if they are rallying and UEZ is defending rally, or are they attacking alone? One was attacking. Where is hashtag on microphone? And see on the Zz7 side, I'm watching Perseverance side at the moment, but in the meantime, I see that Zz7 keeps being disconnected. Now maybe they will play the tower better. I want to see the APC attacking back tower now. I only see APCs alone. I don't see... So far I haven't seen rallies from R0P. See again, only one APC. So yeah, you win, but it's not enough durability, so you need to side multiple times. But let's see that guy. Wait, maybe. So maybe we should get some people from baby states here in live stream sometimes, because we could teach them how to do rallies in Oblivion. Okay, oh, that's the little one. That's the one guy I saw keeping attacking towers. Oh. But it's a little one. Even for younger state, I think a billion kills is much. Oh, maybe. Okay, maybe it is. I don't even know. States 1225. What is the normal amount of kills you have to state? Hi, Niranjan. It seems that many are not yet at 1 billion kill. So 1 billion kill might be meaning this is one. But the best way to know who are the big ones is checking the official title. And we have, it's not fighting title, but here we have the chief staff. B, guest one, right, already after quarter. Don't have a president. for high ace, and let's maybe the strongest are already deposited. Here's I have a president. Oh, I was saying maybe 1 billion kills is a lot for those younger states, and this one is at 20 billion. I mean kills, right? Okay, we have a president here, and this looks like a big base. That thing. Let's see how are the buildings. It's been 3 minutes since the buildings are open. So on ZKE versus Zz7, Zz7 is dominating the map. No discussing that. Zz7 has the lead on all buildings. They have the lead on gathering, and ZKE like compensated, tried to defend from the rally strategy of Zz7 by building multiple towers every row, but this is using too much meteorite. I doubt they can keep making watchtowers because they have been dominated on gathering. And I'm sorry about this strategy. Not good. That's true. Like now, you build your tower, but you can't build the next one. Yeah, I had enough meteorite for one. And they still have this problem of not building the towers correctly. So you see this one tile gap. Seems like that's okay, they can cover it and all. No, if they don't manage to build the tower for you, connect this tower, this one is disconnected, because this one are not connected. So because those two are not connected, the wall structure is more vulnerable. So yeah. That's something you have to be very careful with building towers, and that's for all R4 and R5. Be careful, your towers, if they're correctly aligned, all towers are connected through more ways. And if you leave those little gaps, your towers are not connected as much as they should. So you okay, let's see, zoom and zoom here, and here R0P seems to be dominating. I wonder if I haven't seen phases as big as yeah, here it is. EVM, no title, but it seems to be a big one for Baby Stay. We can check the kills. When we check the score, it's mostly correlated to the kills. So we can see on red side, UEZ side, President has way more points than the rest. And they have 24 players total. In R0P side, the points are spread. Somi we saw as a chief of staff title, so we can assume that it's a strong player too. And others are not far. So what that tells me is that maybe the president is focused on attacking bases, which is not helping the alliance point. Maybe I'm wrong, or maybe he just defend everywhere and others are not defending. But here the points are more spread, but they also have more people. 29 versus 24. 5 more people means 20 more APs moving on the map, so it's a very big advantage. Oh, sorry, forgot the key. The key is on Zz7 side, on the left. And on R0P side on the right. Bonjour. Comment ça va? And it seems to be an easy key on both sides. Okay, keys done on the Zz7 side. And 30 seconds left on R0P side. So punch were kinda close, even if we could start seeing Zz7 taking the lead, R0P taking the lead. But now with the key, the difference of point is getting really big and hard to compensate. Now, for ZKE or for UP, they would need the opponent to really do mistakes. So, winners winners. Now, here is 13k more points for Zz7, and here is 9k more points for R0P. Let's see. The buildings keep changing. So ZKE managed to bother the Zz7 building, especially the armory is a nice one because this allows them probably to have fun with the fight, like to prevent the Zz7 from owning their own armory. But they will lose it. They will not manage to contest this armory anymore when the Zz7. I'm checking. They are not. They don't have the same names at the same place as when they played against BXM, so maybe they arrange their strategy depending on their opponent. We see Yumi going on the close armory, and when they fought BXM, it was Archer taking the top. So Archer is in the middle now with Free Snake and Major Lina. Oh, we can see they adapted. Those guys are driving crazy, seriously. You see now, this tower has been destroyed, and you can see how obvious it is that it could be easy to disconnect side. Like, not only destroying those towers, because affected by here, but ZKE seems to be really good at disconnecting Zz7. They disconnect here, and Zz7 adapted in the middle. You see, they build a 1 tower per row, and building 1 tower per row allows them to defend them better. Because when you have 2 towers, this is more safe not to be disconnected. But if you are stronger, you can defend the towers even against rallies. I think if they have, like here, Free Snake, Archer, Lena, those are 3 really big bases. So they can defend a tower even against a rally. So if they have only 1 tower to defend, it's easier. Don't seem to be building. ZKE managed to advance. You can see there. Big boys here, Wolf D and Sibong Army. I'm kind of surprised, but in the meantime, we can see again on gathering, mostly that Zz7 gets the gathering, so I can only assume that ZKE will run out of meteor. Unless they managed to kill the gathering as the last time on AvC. Maybe I missed that. Maybe I missed ZKE stealing gathering at the last second. Nine seconds. Now, that's a lot of APs. And now they don't have time to send again, and these meteorites will go to ZZ7. And they used 3 APC only when I watched, so maybe more to attack it, and that's so many APC to be for so long. Connected here? We saw on Perseverance side that UEZ has 5 less players than R0P. Let's check on ZZ7 versus ZZ7. 2 players winning, only 28 players on the map. ZKE, they are at 30 players. This means 8 more APCs are fighting now on ZKEs. Depending on the player, it can good advantage or not make a big. This is so shiny. Those wings, so good. Wings and the halo, it looks so good. With a little pendant also. The only problem is his robot. Big robot in a fantasy world. Okay, let's check here. R0P still in the lead. But here it gives the impression that ZKE is like everywhere because of all the towers. They will have a hard time defending all those towers. And the most important are the rocket shop, which is bringing the most point, and we can see that they are constantly ZZ7. But they are challenging the armories. That's the that it works, I mean, on the close armor. We fight AvC. Hi Pika. Yes, I saw Oblivion versus AvC. I thought I won't watch that. It would make me sad. They are strong, not kidding. Bevans will be in live stream after the match. He didn't send a message, but it's early for us all in American time zone. USB 191, yesterday take 135. You mean the damage statistics? USB 191 sounds like something I heard. It's when you max the new USB things. Hi Hamad. Oh, Free Snake is next to the spaceport. I mean, ZZ7 are good with the key. So now will be the time we start to see ZKE watchtowers getting destroyed. I think ZZ7 reached the spaceport. Keep being disconnected. They have maybe a bit of a hard time defending their towers. But now they reach the goal, so the towers are like getting a tiny bit less important for ZZ7 because there is no way that ZKE will manage to move through. Say bye, ZKE. These are strong players. Are any attacks everyone is full durability. Archer is going to. How are you? It's morning, you know, for me for All-Star. And yesterday I did something I never do. I went dancing. Not later. But this morning is good. Like a morning I would gladly sleep in bed. Oh no. Oh, they're all being nice to each other in the battlefield. You are a very annoying cat, you know that. You are very cute, but leave me alone. They're all being very cute in the chat. Mogi is a word for big cats, right? Oh, they both at spaceport. See those baby states? They don't rally on towers. And they don't manage to destroy each other towers. That's crazy. So I think R0P will win anyway, but this, you know, this brings me back actually. Because so many times, like back in the day, when we didn't know how to do rallies, we would often have those Oblivion matches where everything happens at spaceport. And at spaceport, you are right in front of each other, building towers. And this doesn't happen anymore in older states. You don't find those kind of situations in older states because people know how to destroy a watchtower. But baby states, there is like a sort of cuteness watching this. Because I can remember the situation, but I can't remember last time I was in one. It must have been like 2 years since last time I've been in that kind of situation where you are so close. But we saw that R0P is dominating. You see, they have all the right buildings. There have been towers, like obviously fast enough. They got the keys. They even have more players on the map. There are 5 more players unless it changed, because people can still join in the last. Yeah, 1 join. So now they only have 4 more players, but still. They have more players. R0P will win. But they don't manage to destroy the towers. And we saw they don't rally on towers. So UEZ has it easy to defend the towers. We see the towers, like this one has been attacked 7 times. A rally is 1 attack, then it's destroyed. So you are not supposed to see those kind of little icon on the towers. And here they are at spaceport. See that? They're right next to each other. Ah, one burn, 2 burn, 73. This is a UEZ president. So 1223 president. I'm sorry, I can't read the name. Pika. How do you read this name? Like, if you write it with Latin alphabet. I can try to read it. Or maybe a word if it's a name that means. Oh, DVM will destroy. Oh, That's why some people were saying BVM somewhere in the chat when I announced. Forever. Thank you, Pika, you are the best. I need you in every live stream when I stream baby stage, because when I don't know the players, I don't know how to know to say the name when it's written in Mandarin. You are the best. So for those who don't know Pika is not current R5, but has been R5 of a bunch of alliances, including RVM/AvM, and now just R4. But like, one of my regrets was that I left RVM right before Pika came back with them. Tea time! New state. I'm still in state 1, so you see all the APC line are in white because those are not my alliances. But maybe I will change state. You should teach me stuff about the baby state. Oh, Zz7 took back the key, but they are not fast enough to get the key. Free Snake is sleeping. 2 times ZKE got the key. Probably Wolf D is using T2 to be fast enough to get it. Now it's back again to spaceport. Move your T2! And ZKE got again the key. Free Snake is next to it, but maybe doesn't have a T2 APC ready. And he's sending his APC as a relay to take back the key when it's here. Then he has to wait for the APC to come back to his base. That's funny. I mean, doesn't matter who gets the key. We will remember that ZKE got it 4 times now. 4 times ZKE gets the key. Yeah, we're here. So 4 times ZKE gets the key. So let's see, will be Free Snake. Free Snake is fast enough to destroy it in relay. And again, he's not moving to get it in the spaceport. What? It's 5th time? 5th time! 5th key for ZKE. 30 seconds. We see because Free Snake is not getting the key that he's not 100% focused. So let's see if he gets focused on the key, or if at some point his focus is lost on the relay. Ah no! I mean, I like it when the key is contested. Okay, the 6th key is going to Zz7, and now I doubt that ZKE will get it back because Free Snake is next to it. But we never know. Oh! Never mind. So this is the 7th key. Still no APC from Free Snake coming to it. So ZKE gets it. The 7th key is for ZKE for the 6th time. Or maybe Zz7 is just doing that to give me content. I mean, last awesome key I saw was with Zz7. Okay, ZKE is reaching the relay, but that's a very slow APC. They must be losing so many troops waiting for the APC. That's the key number 7, 6th time for ZKE. Now have 2 bases next to it, but they cannot teleport more bases. So those 2 guys have to, they have to give their best. Oh no! Yeah, I see an APC coming from ZKE. 8 key is the 7th one for ZKE. I like it when it's like this. But I kind of want to yell at Free Snake. Zz7 got the 9th key. And because we are more than 10 viewers, I will start a giveaway right now. So right now you can type a hashtag, any hashtag you want in the chat. We reached 10 keys. Type a hashtag, any hashtag you want in the chat to join the giveaway. If you have typed a hashtag before, there was no giveaway, so it's not counting. Ahmad, who else? Cal. Type hashtag, any hashtag you want in the chat to join the gift. 11 key. Hashtag love Oblivion. You can type also hashtag free snake get the key. Okay, that's the 11 key and it's the 8th time for ZKE. So if, oh no, relay was not theirs. Is here, Zz7 get it, it's the 12th key and this is the 4th time for Zz7. I don't see so many APC lines though. I mean, it's not the Wall Alliance. From both sides, not the Wall Alliance is focused. But relay is on ZKE now. But wait, I don't see who owns the relay. Oh, Zz7 got it. Oh. Oh. Oh, there is a line. This is not Wolf D. Wolf D is coming from this side, right? Wolf D. So Wolf D doesn't have an APC coming. I'm not sure they will get it on the first relay. 12 key is a good one. He is going to second relay for Zz7. Second relay is owned by Zz7 and Lena is next to it. But now it's a bit further for the other big ones and they cannot teleport other bases. ZKE just got the relay. So if the APC with the key arrived right now, ZKE might get it. Zz7 got back the relay. They won't hold it for 1 minute. Or will they? Hashtag go BXM, you need to win. Our BXM has an easy match today. This will be okay. We are not watching BXM because match is too busy. Hashtag showing me. What? I need space in the word to understand it. Sorry, my English is not good enough. Okay. Not my APC going. But I think those lines might be Wolf D. That's the one I'm watching because this is the big one. Wolf D. Oh, Wolf D didn't win. Then, oh. And Zz7 got the key. It was a 12 key. 12 key and the 4th key for Zz7 was the right one. I didn't even watch R0P. Showing make yes or no. Okay. Showing make yes or no. Oh, understood. I just always noticed you show the make animations. That was the first thing I disabled, but you must like it. Actually, I like the make anim. I thought about cutting it. Like it's not an aesthetic preference, but when you see, you can see what kind of make it is, you know. So you see, for instance, this one is the Opter of Fantasy. So this means this might be this is a shooter. I don't remember, but you can see when they use the regular mech. Wait, this one. For instance, this one has a regular mech. So I can think, okay, that's not his main APC. I can beat secondary APC from so many people. So I'm fine with it. So especially when I see people reinforcing, because my top APC will beat so many of the weakest APC of people who are much stronger than me. Because I focus on building up my top APC, you know? And people who are way stronger than me, for instance, they will not have a very developed bend blade on their weakest APC. So if I see this specific animation, I know my top APC with its 10-star bend blade will probably destroy it even if the guy is stronger than me, unless it's a whale, obviously. That makes sense. Guess never looked at it that way, as the 3 type wasn't available when I disabled it. Right, it was at the beginning, but now yes, I find it really useful but it's because of my situation. As now I don't spend, but I spent a lot before, and like before I got access to the base of Mass and Alex, and now I can have that kind of fun with Mass and Alex base. But before that, I was spending on my base. So my base was free to play, spending a lot, free to play. So it's like a medium spender base. And as a medium spender, you know you cannot go through waves. You cannot be a reliable fighter for your alliance. But if you play smart, you can have one really good APC. And this really good APC will beat higher spender, weaker APC. There was a way to do it, but you saw I'm a bit mixed. Like, those are the fighter APC, and you can see because of the animation, is it fighter, is it vehicle, is it shooters? And because of that, you know, they won't necessarily use those on mixed APC, even if they might, but you know how to counter an APC. Like, if it's a shooter APC, there is a high chance that this is a skull APC. If it's a fighter APC, there's high chance it might be the super killer APC. If it's a vehicle APC, might be the Recon Negan APC. I don't have it. But yeah, you can that way kind of guess what kind of APC you are facing and adapt and counter. Where it's useful is mostly on tiles when you see the APC going to Gary's on a tile. So you are sending an APC and you don't want just to be like, oh yeah, this is the APC that is inside. Now I will send a new APC to counter it. Oh no, you check the mech and you know. Let's unzoom a little. Oh, it's gathering time. So ZKE keep to constantly disconnect Zz7. Okay. So they are now targeting here. Oh, and they're also trying to burn the base that seems to be in charge of defending the back tower. There's another one here. That was the garrison. Hashtag big match Oblivion. Yeah, match are starting to be interesting. Like, they are rallying on towers, but they failed and the Zz7 defended. But that's how it's destroyed. Like, even if the match is advanced, ZKE send rallies on the towers. And as I was saying, now that the Zz7 reach up to spaceport, we can see the towers of ZKE start getting destroyed. Both sides don't seem to be building many new towers, so I guess they might be both running out of meteorites because they are not good at destroying each other's towers. So they have to. R0P on their side, like, they went up to the armory here. So that looks like a total domination. But they still struggle to destroy you easy watchtowers. They advanced a little, now they're all around spaceport. But you easy still have some watchtower. Oh no, I said that, but they start to be destroyed. And because they were so good at defending watchtowers earlier, even with more watchtowers, when they had built until the hospital here, until the armory here, they were still good at defending watchtowers. Now they have less watchtowers to defend and they start losing. So for me, this is like, they just had this switch of losing morale, you know? So now they see themselves as losers, so they are changing the way they play, and they play less efficiently. It doesn't mean a change in strategy, but when you see yourself as losing, you make tiny like micro decision that makes you lose faster. The mental in an Oblivion game, it's visible on the map, and I say that every time, and I couldn't say it enough. You can see when the mental of an alliance switch from let's do our best to let's do our best but we are going to lose, and you see it on the map. That's it. They were able to defend way more watchtowers. Now they know they are losing, and they are not able to defend less watchtowers. And fight with a Morocco flag. Morocco, right? I say that, I double check because I see it very little, but I think it's flag. Okay, let's see here. And you see here, we can see that Zz7 will win. It's a difference of point, but ZKE didn't totally lose motivation, but I guess could keep Zz7. Oh, that's this is tiny little errors. It piles up, and then at some point they destroy any of those watchtowers, and all the bottom will be disconnected. Turning off the sound of my phone because there was notification. Let's see the detail of the point. What I like to see in the detail of the point is if an alliance is like making sure that everyone gets 10,000 points. Because let's be honest, there is migration season very soon. In 10 days or so, we will be able to migrate. I mean, after Tali also. So there is many questions about where do we go, and I think I really like the indicator of how an alliance is taking care of all their players. I think if they make sure they reach 10,000 points, it's necessarily a big indicator. I mean, it depends on what you want in alliance. I like to see at the bottom of the list who is inactive. Because in Oblivion, you can assume they select 30 super active players. So you can see how many people are missing or not really scoring. And like, okay, so in the alliance, they didn't find 30 super active players. And most alliances are like this. Like, even if the top alliance, 30 is a lot. So that's why now that in Oblivion we have 30 players, we will have these indicators. With 20 players, all would find 20 super active players. 30 players, they don't find exactly so. So we can have these indicators, and the indicators of the 10,000 points, we can see some alliance we saw in past live stream would have one person with a super high score, and those are ones nothing. So it shows that the alliance is like revolving and relying only on one base. And this doesn't mean that they should do like this, and they will believe it. They will believe, yeah, but look, we have a super strong player, and he's amazing, and he's taking care of us, and he's so strong. But we are losing this season. But you know, our guy is so strong, blah blah blah. But because they put so much emphasis on how strong one guy is, they forget how useful they can be as weaker player. So this is something we can actually see in Oblivion. So let's see. Let's see ZKE. So in ZKE, we have many people with lots of points. Wolf D has top point, but we saw this is the dude that was able to take back the relays. So Paul is our strongest. Oh, there is RV. Maybe RV is streaming at the same time. But... only 6 people. There is 8 minutes left, but only 6 people are above 10,000 points. Honestly, like if you're gathering, for instance, if you are gathering the whole game, only gathering, you should make like 2,000, 3,000 point gathering, even if you are not so good at gathering above 2,000, okay? And the thing is, gathering is also a place to fight. So actually, you will be, if you are gathering and using fighting APC, you will be quite fast, around 6,000–7,000 points. So, 7 minutes before the end, having only 6 players above 10,000, and you see it's way above 10,000. The others are not fighting, they are relying on their strong ones to fight, and the others are not using, like I said earlier, I have one strong APC that can fight, so I would differentiate my APC. I would use weaker APC to do things like gathering, and stronger APC to fight. And they're kind of forgetting that weaker players have one good APC maybe. On the active side, we saw they have 30 players, but at least those 2 are inactive. Above, they are not very active, but all those ones, they haven't been really playing this game, especially the 2 bottom one. I would eliminate them from next All-Star Oblivion. They can be nice player and all, but yeah, not All-Star material. Not today at least. But let's compare so you can see better what I mean when I say 6, not lot. Here, Zz7. There are 14 players with above 10,000 points, and we see there is not a big difference. So they are making sure that the next one are going to 10,000. They will have more than 14 players with 10,000 points. 10,000 points means a bunch more super tickets. So it's kind of not a lot, but for free to play, it's actually a lot. ZKE only has 60 plus players in their alliance at the moment. I mean, doesn't change that it's about the active ones for All-Star. I don't really see your point. I mean, for migration, it's still the same. If Zz7 accept a player or ZKE accept a player, you make your decision between both, you know? So if they are planning a merge, why not? But we need to see which is the merge and see what they are doing in Oblivion. Know where we are going to set foot into. But we saw worse. We definitely saw worse. I mean, they did good in Oblivion. It's just to see they are obviously not trying to get all their players to 10,000 points. Keeping them below is not changing the result state, but obviously doing nothing to get them to 10,000 points, and they are like denying them some reward by doing that. That's just a fact. And on Zz7 side, we can see they are getting their players to 10,000 points. So everyone gets more reward. It's not a lot, so it's not a big deal. It's just a fact. And they have 1 inactive, but 2 missing. So Zz7 has less active players than ZKE. So the one with less player, but more strong ones. Perseverance side. Oh, I have a big logo in the middle, so okay, we have red UEZ. UEZ has 5 players above 10,000, so that's terrible. And you see what I was meaning earlier? One player has really high points compared to the other ones. The ones Those ones barely reached 10,000, so they probably had some kind of selfish focus, which is not a bad thing. But at some point they said, okay, I need to get 10,000 points at a personal level. And only one dude gets way more, so they're really relying on their president. They are putting all the weight of the win or lose on the president. You can see it by no one helped him in getting kills. And only 5 got more than 10,000 points. So as an alliance, they're not caring for everyone getting 10,000 points. So they're not caring for getting maximum reward for the alliance. But yeah. And here we can see, oops, here, this is behind it. Okay. I'm trying to get it up here. So there are 5 players missing. 2 got 0 points. And then some others were not very active. You can say like, let's say 1,000 points was okay, which is not. It would be 21 active players. So UEZ has an activity problem, and they have kind of a balance problem in leadership if they put everything on president. And president can be an awesome person. I've heard nothing about forever, but maybe it's a really nice person, and maybe it can even be someone who is like thinking he's giving his everything to the alliance. Maybe it's a tyrant, I don't know. But maybe it's a nice person thinking, okay, I give everything to my alliance, I will carry my alliance to the end of the world and all that. But this is still a management mistake. Whether he's a bad, mean, like power greedy guy, or whether he's someone who is totally dedicated to his alliance, there is a management issue when he's the only one having way more above 10,000 points. Not many gets 10,000 points, and only 21 people have really played. And in blue, this is even worse. So we have BVM carrying everything. 2 players reach 10,000. And then that's it. The other ones are not getting 10,000 at all. And at the end, we have only 1 player missing. And 3 are really not that active. So let's say 26 active. So the match just like the result seems to be a result maybe of strategy, but also BVM being stronger than forever, and R0P having way more people showing up than you. You play the plan to win, then you worry about 10k reward forever. Yeah, of course, but you know the result of the match for a while. That's exactly why. When you don't know who is gonna win until the really last minute, you know, that's one thing. But when you know who is going to win, you don't, you know, it's time to take care of the players. So, like, I would say the worst for me in that would be R0P. Because R0P were like obviously winning. It was easy to say, just guys, go to the front to get kills before the match ends, you know? Okay, so we see total score. ZZ7 won, R0P won. Escort score, ZZ7 and R0P got all the keys, but ZKE contested the second key. It was 12 key being created. Occupying score is really unbalanced on both sides. The winners got all. Territory score is balanced here. R0P on the map and perseverance. Gathering score, we saw ZZ7 dominating, and it was balanced between R0P and UEZ. Total defeated, ZZ7 defeated more than ZKE, so you can see a difference of strength. And it was kind of balanced between R0P and UEZ, but we saw mostly 1 player versus 1 player. The other ones didn't get to fight much. We saw BVM and Forever got most points. I bet on UEZ. I'm sorry. I chose that that much to show, even if I don't know Perseverance Division, because when I looked at it, I saw the bet were about 50-50. I'm always surprised when I watch like Younger State, Oblivion, to see the strategies are not the same. Like, there are some strategies we are using in older state that seems that are not applied yet in Younger State. Yeah, I'm always surprised with that. Sometimes they also like have strategies that we haven't imagined in all our years of playing. But we can really see that I'd say that the rallies are not used much. So I wonder, maybe I should do a video dedicated to rallies. We've detected Tony entering our state. Why did he get a notification like this? Not like he's scary. I understand, Crispy, that you like ZKE a lot and it's difficult to see them lose. And I'm not saying they've played badly. I mean, they disconnected Zz7 a lot, but we really can't say, based on this, that that it was perfect and all that. And it's a point here, so it's see what could have been done better. And it doesn't mean it was bad, but I'm not in the match, so I'm not overwhelmed by what's happening, by sending my PC everywhere, so it's easier to see what could be done better, that you can only see when you rewatch the match, when you are actually playing it. I shouldn't show that too. Boom. Now let's get back on All-Star screen and see the result from the different matches. Maybe I close. Okay, so what happened in all matches? Were there any really good balanced match that we missed? And oh, I will quickly on Bevans, who will join. Ah, he's sending. I'm ready whenever you are. Okay, I tell him to give me a minute because I will make new coffee. I emptied my coffee and then Bevans will join us. So then I should get back this game here and I will show you Bevans base for those who don't know. Ah, he's not president as well. Oh, it just changed. So yeah, vice president making troops. So here's Bevans, he will join the live stream. Give me 1 minute. You can type hashtag any hashtag you want in the chat to join the giveaway. I will turn off the webcam, go make coffee and be back in a minute.
New subscription received. Dispensing gratitude. Gratitude dispensed.
Bevans65, that is so here. This kind of a strong player, I think. And hi Sunil, hi Neil. You can type hashtag any hashtag you want in the chat if you haven't already to join the giveaway. I've lost my screen. My screen is here. We're gonna call. I'm just checking if my sound settings are okay. Sound. You good? Just test. How do I test? Wait. Okay, I don't see a test button. Okay, let's see. Let's go on. Good morning. Turn off the music.
Hey everyone, my name is Mr. Julius.
Yeah, it's good. How was your Oblivion match?
It was good. We ended up winning. They gave up.
You were against RVM, right?
Yes.
So RVM is my old alliance, and
Oh, is it?
yeah, and one of the old R5 was actually in chat today. They said they were against you.
Okay.
Yeah, I was in RVM when it was still named 8VM, and there was a lot of big. So,
Okay.
who are the big players left in RVM now? Octopus, maybe?
I don't think Octopus is there anymore. I think they sold.
He managed to sell.
Jackie was there.
Yeah, I know Jackie. Yeah. Oh, he wasn't one of the biggest one back in the day.
Yeah.
In the chat, they are saying hello to you. And we have 14 people in the chat, so call it very soon. I'm still time so people can type a hashtag. In the chat, can you tell us you hear correctly? Because I cannot know exactly how you hear the chat. So tell us if there is any issue. Sound.
Okay. I can hear you.
Oh.
Yeah, I need to put some AirPods in.
And hi Aaron. So Aaron is in the chat. It's my R5 convict. Oh, changing. Hey, convict, you see? We made sound work at first try. So that? We're proud.
I'm trying to turn up the volume on my phone. It's hard to hear.
You hear me correctly?
I can hear you.
I'm trying to have the chat visible at the same time for me. And my R5 is proud of me for having the sound working. So Bevans, are you ready for some question?
Yeah.
Okay, first question is a question in the chat right now. Someone named T is asking, how did you get your bird to be so glorious?
One more time.
We start with the important topic. Sorry for my accent. You will get used to it after maybe the third time you come in live stream. The first question from T. Ask him how he got his bird to be so glorious. Beard. What's the, sorry, bird is the animal. Beard. Sorry for my accent.
Oh, just during COVID, I decided to just let my hair grow out, and then I've had a beard ever since.
Oh, a COVID beard. So, COVID, is that the time also you started to play Last Shelter? No, you are an older player. You started before.
I started to play Last Shelter in 2019,
Hmm?
and I started in 370.
370.
And then I've been playing since. I took a year and a half off.
It was
And then
a
came
year and a
back.
half.
Yeah.
I thought you stopped like 2 seasons, but a year and a half? And you came back with the same base, right?
Yeah, well, so my wife, Queenie, has my old main base,
Okay.
and I came back with my old farm base. But if you knew me
Okay.
back then, my farm was just as strong as my main.
Oh, yeah, some players that who have too strong base, so you don't get bored when you are out of durability, right?
Right.
Mm. And you said your wife Queenie, and we can see you have like a love declaration on your profile in game.
Yeah.
Did you meet on Last Shelter?
Yes, we did.
She's a R5, right? Was
She was R5.
okay. There is another question. So still T in the chat has a hard question for you. The question is, who is your best friend? And you better get it right.
Okay. Who is my best friend in the game?
They didn't
Other
specify.
than my wife?
I mean, I think everyone should forgive you, the wife.
Yeah, it would be my wife would be my best friend.
We'll see. T will give the correct answer in a minute when. There is also Crispy in the chat asking how's Queenie.
How is Queenie?
Yeah.
She's good. She's I think she's just in our bed listening to your channel.
Oh, hi Queenie. Hope you come to my live stream someday or so. Because I want to have some like R5 women in my live stream. They don't need to be current R5, but you know, Queenie, you know how it is. Anyone who hasn't been R5 woman, Queenie says hi. T says that Queenie doesn't count as an answer to who is your best friend. So you will not escape that question, I think.
Oh, I know an answer to piss this person off. It's Brooklyn.
That sounds like a good answer.
Right answer?
The name of the person in the chat is just T. At the picture. Huh. Oh, the person say Brooke sucks. Oh. That's not. Let's distract everyone from this question by having the giveaway. We have a few people who joined, so I will click on the roll it button. It's like last second to type a hashtag. Any hashtag, like how it works here for people who are not used to be here. I have codes with 10 crypto on it. So 10 crypto, you can spend it on any pack you want. And you tap hashtag, any hashtag you want, because I like it when it's funny. Hashtag think I did it already. Yes, you did it already, Carlos. So roll it in 3, 2, 1, and Draco, won the giveaway. So Draco, you can send your profile ID in the chat to receive your crypto directly in your mails game. Okay, so Bevans, I think you are in AvC. Yeah, it's on my screen. And
Yes.
is it in you that you joined AvC? How long have you
What was
been
that?
there? How long have you been in
How long
AvC?
have I been here?
Mhm.
This is our second season in AvC. We came over from ZKE right before that, so
So
we love it in AvC. We've had a lot of fun. Everyone here is so great. They all work hard.
we fought AvC a few seasons back, and it was a really nice season. And
Yeah.
AvC made me so much all-star cards when no one knew that they were super strategic and all. So in All-Star Oblivion, they were looking like a small alliance, and when you bet on them, you were always winning and winning a lot. AvC made me lots of coins.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, they're very smart. Our leadership group is very, very smart. I love working for them.
So how is it? I know it's a general question like this, but how is it? Or maybe how did you decide to come to AvC?
Oh, well, so one of our friends in ZKE wanted to make a change to move over to AvC because they wanted to spend a little bit less time in game making decisions and everything. And they're our friends, so we wanted to come with them, and a group of us came.
Okay, so someone was like tired maybe to be in leadership and all that, but they still led a lot of people somewhere.
Yeah, so they're tired of being in leadership and doing all of the stuff that is required.
Yeah, it's a lot.
And we brought about, I think, 7 people came
Okay.
from ZKE to AvC.
Okay. So
And it's
little
been a
group.
great move.
Awesome. Just to say to Draco, I got your profile ID, Draco. That's fine. I will send you the 10 crypto as soon as I can. Someone in the chat say Team Fit moves together. Hashtag Team Fit. What is this fit thing?
Well, a couple of our players, they're really into feet. So they might ask you for feet pics in zone chat. And so we have a little group that we just discuss regular things in. That's called Team Feet.
That's you need some things to build friendship as a group. It can be like a really good season or same passion for something like fit.
Yeah. Yes. Well, Rick and Dan, if you are listening, they're the ones who like feet. Send them feet pics.
Okay. You say Rick and Dan?
Yes.
Okay. Rick and send fit pics to Rick and Dan.
Yes. Doesn't matter if you're a guy or a girl.
Oh, that's nice. More inclusive that way. And yeah, by the way, have you, apart from Queenie, 'cause obviously you met Queenie in real life, and you married her, and are there other players from La Shelter that you met in real life?
Yes. There's a few that we met in Dallas that were in PCV with us 2 years ago or so. We met a player named Mantab in ZKE. He was with us in PCV. Mental Napalm, met him. He lives not too far away from where I lived in California. And we also met Crypt Keeper in New Jersey. We had dinner with him. And then one of our other good friends who just recently retired from the game actually moved down to Alabama to live near us. So we see him all the time.
So lots of people from US that you met in real life.
Yes.
That's interesting because, you know, we all make friendship on this game. Like we can't deny that online friendships are friendships, but meeting in real life is more difficult. So I think many of us would like to meet in real life, but it's not possible. And
Yeah, it's
nice to hear about
difficult,
it.
and just like with any online friendship, it could probably be a little bit scary if you're alone meeting someone for the first time.
Yeah, definitely. I say that, and when I met people, I took a few risks. Probably, I don't know.
Yeah.
I trust. I mean, when you talk with someone every day for a long time, you can trust something at least.
Yeah.
So the T person in the chat actually says that Rick is your best friend.
Okay.
That
Yeah.
was the correct answer.
Yeah. Okay.
So I was just looking at the notes that what we talked about earlier, but first I want to come back on AvC because AvC are not very chatty on most chat. I mean, before you joined them, because you are very chatty on all chats. How is going your season, Roman?
Oh, our season's going great. So we've stopped fighting, and we took the World Center already. And yeah, as long as things stay that way, I mean, we're gonna win this season. We'll either be first or second. I don't know. That's a leadership decision.
Mm-hmm.
How that goes, but I mean, TW6 are very strong. They have 2 max bases and then 2 that are extremely close to max. I mean, Mars is the strongest base in the game that I know of.
Mm-hmm.
So wherever he decides to go, you can't really move him. So you have to sort of work around that. And I think AvC have done a great job of doing that.
Yeah, so actually, some people said that Mars and you are best friend, and I think that was that was sarcastic, right?
Yeah, it's a little sarcastic. Yeah.
Can we talk about it, or we avoid the topic?
Sure. I mean, I've posted it in the sales chat and general chat, but yeah, my first interaction with him did not go well.
It was after you fought him in arena, right?
Yeah. So we fought in the arena. You know, like everyone has 5 attacks per day that you can use, and I fought him because it was going to give me the most points. I wanted to see if I could win, and I did. But I used the counter matchup, so my cars against his fighters, my shooters against his cars, and so on. And so I ended up winning, and then I got a message from him that he didn't appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, we since have sort of, I mean, we haven't talked really since, but yeah, he didn't like it, or maybe it just caught him off guard.
He didn't like that you won, or the fact you attacked him.
I think he didn't like that I won by attacking him with counter matchups. But
Okay.
I can't say for sure. I just
Yeah.
That's the way it seemed.
So do you think like other big base could also beat Mars if they use a counter matchup?
I think the Knuckles base could if it wanted to, but there's not many. Like even now, if I use counter matchups, I don't think I can win every time.
Do you think like
it's very strong.
If we rank the base, do you see yourself like in top 3 base in the whole game?
Oh God, no. would say top 8.
Top 8 base?
Yeah. I mean, you know, Ryu and Basha are both very strong. There's some
Right.
really strong maxed out bases in the younger states as well. I don't know much about them, but I'm as maxed as I can be, and I'm still a ways off of Mars in terms of might. He's extremely strong.
Yeah. But even in younger state, I think younger state, I see them like they can marks on the new things that are released at the same pace as us in old state. But they still like a sort of delay, for instance, in cutting edge level. They are forced to wait because of the reset. So maybe they are missing some skills with this cutting edge level waiting.
Yeah, that's very possible.
So
the other base in AvC, Mia, is as strong or stronger than I am as well. She's a great player.
So when we were fighting, even with even before there was a new USB and things, I couldn't make 10,000 kills on any of our APC.
Yeah.
That was bad. And now with the new USB, the strongest base, I cannot do 1K kills. So.
Yeah, the amount of stuff they come out with every season, and even in mid-season, it requires a lot of spending just to keep up.
I see in the chat, I just want to say hello to Last Survivor from Hug. 1087 state. I think that's the alliance where Crypt Keeper is in. You were talking about meeting Crypt Keeper in real life earlier.
Yeah.
He's in Hug.
That.
Hi, Hug. Someone is calling you Banana Man in the chat.
Yeah. So my original avatar was Banana Man.
Oh, okay.
So that's like an old English cartoon. But in season 1, someone from my alliance called me Banana Man, and so I made it my picture, and it stuck.
So now we will all know, because it's you have been called out in the dark question, but I don't understand all the question because I think they are kind of private jokes. What's bigger, LSS Ego? No, what's bigger, LSS Egos or Brooks Dinner Menu?
Brooks Dinner Menu.
Yeah. So you said in the top base, you see obviously Mars, Knuckles, Basha, you, Maya, yourself, and
Super Mike is up there.
Super Mike also. Finally got one question.
Knuckles is up there.
Yeah. In those players, are some of them that you admire most, like for maybe their attitude or how they lead or something like that? Like, do you have a favorite player? Are you the fanboy of someone?
I don't know. I mean, I love the way Mia plays. I've played with her now 2 seasons, and I hadn't really known much about her before that, but now seeing her play, she's very smart. She's very quick to react, and she's very strong as well, which helps. And she's willing to do whatever she needs to help us win.
Mm-hmm. And she's also what was I about to say? She's nice. I mean, we fought her and she made friends with our top players. Even if it was a super hard season, it didn't end with hating, but either it ended like being so friend we have to make deals and trade or whatever. We fought until the last day and still made friends. So
that's good.
That was a nice. Cal asked, "Who's Mia?" So I know Mia, but from an enemy perspective, maybe you can talk a bit about her. Is she your R5, by the way?
No, our R5 is Hulk.
Okay.
Mia is she's one of our R4s. She's usually president of our state when we're in season and still fighting. Yeah, she's very aggressive. She goes to aggressive spots. She's not afraid to lose troops or kill her troops, trying to get a pad down or kill someone else's pad.
And last week you were president of the state, and this week it is FQ. You say Maya is your president when it's still fighting season. Is the fight over on your map?
Yes, the fight is over on our map.
So enough about Eden, and I was watching an all-star match before inviting you here. I didn't watch your all-star match because I assumed it would be like total demolition of RVM, so I didn't watch.
Yes.
But how are you feeling for this season? Because you name two of the base of your alliance as biggest base, some of the biggest base in the game. You see yourself in finals, right?
Yeah, I think we can get there if we play correctly. But I mean, there's always tough opponents. So in our division right now, we have NNW who have Ryu and Basha, who are two of the other top bases in the game. And if we want to make it to finals, we have to play them and do well. So we'll see how that goes. TW6 obviously I think have the most max bases, so there will be a big challenge if we fight them as well.
Okay, yeah, there's three alliances with 6 of the top bases.
Yeah.
And Knuckle is in NKC, but NKC has a hard time recruiting a full super active team because of being limited by the recruitment in migration, and they're limited to Chinese.
I think they're in a Chinese locked state in what, 518?
Yes.
So they can only get Chinese players as far as what I understand.
Yes, it's limited on IP. So that's something the dev started in states from state 481 and above. They started separating the migration bracket in international state and states that are limited to Chinese players. So if you see people speaking Mandarin in international state, it's usually people, for instance, from Taiwan or other countries, or there are people who bought a base in international state.
Okay.
Oh no, I think they separated the states after having created them, because there was an issue like that. Some international players kind of stuck Chinese state, and the opposite also.
Yeah.
It was a long time ago. But yeah.
It was.
Now it's decided as the creation of the state, so it's easier.
Yes.
So you think a match AvC versus NNW would be hard? AvC versus TW6 would be hard, but would you dare placing a bet on who will win All-Star between AvC and NW and TW6? Would you bet on your own team?
I would bet on our own team.
Oh, okay, let's bet on you then. So T was saying Brooks is first lady if you want to give her a shout out, and I put Brooks on the screen. And now he say you may lose viewers. She's gonna crash your stream. Oh, okay. I switched back on Bevans. Ask him about kisses. What's that?
Oh God. Someone had something to say to me, and they ended it with kisses. That was all. They just it was something we were arguing, and that's how they ended the conversation. And now we just sort of make fun of that.
So it's something that should stay private and not be explained to the viewers?
Yeah, I don't think there's any need to bash a single player that can't defend themselves right now.
Okay. So next we say AvC would maybe win All-Star. Will win All-Star. Maybe. I want to go back on a question on something we talked earlier, but really fast. You said you took a break in game from a break from the game for like 1.5 years. And I wonder, it's so long. When you took the break, did you think you would come back to game, or did you think you were done with the game?
I thought I was done with the game. At that point, I deleted the app. I wasn't planning on coming back. But my wife missed a lot of the players that we had played with and met and talked to, and she really enjoys the social aspect of this game, and so she wanted to start playing again, and so then I started playing again shortly after her.
Okay, and I see so many people that kind of want to stop, but they don't, because they say, but if I stop playing for one season, if I stop spending for one season, my base will fall down and it won't be possible to catch up ever again. But you use your old farm, you didn't buy a new max base to come back, and you made it back to the top.
Yeah.
So
now it will cost more money to do it the way I did, rather than buying a base. But it can be done. I wanted to do it this way because when I quit, there was no USP. There was no weapons or mech when I quit. And so when I came back, I had to learn all of this. So rather than buy a base and like look at stuff, I decided to build it up so that I could learn what everything was. And that's what helped me out.
okay. Okay. So if you had bought already super strong base, you would have all these options and not understanding how exactly it works.
Right.
Okay. Oh, that must have been expensive.
It was.
But I also make a parallel with how I played. Like, I was free to play at first, or very little spending, and then I spent way more. And I felt like I was catching up with stronger bases because all the new stuff that is released at the same time. So I was late on certain things that I hadn't spent before, like you were late on USB or something. But when something new is released, you are there and you can max it, and the new stuff is often more relevant to the current fight, right?
Yes.
So also gives hope for the younger bases that would want to fight the older bases.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the other thing that's always just important is finding a good team and using your durability wisely. You don't have to fight every reinforcement. You can tile and be just as useful and take enemy tiles and clear and just have a big base clear the reinforcements for you while you're still building up your base. And so when I came back, I was not very strong at all. Right?
Yeah, no USB.
Right. So I couldn't knock people off of tiles. I would just have to take blank tiles. And so that's what I did for a couple seasons. And then as I was building up quicker than most. So then I could start trying to hit people off of reinforcements and helping out that way. But I did whatever I could beforehand. I was a speed tiler as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think just using your durability wisely, being active, and doing whatever you can to help your team. It's all useful.
And it sounds like you have fun at every level of the game. You talk about it like it's also fun to have to outsmart and try to find the right tile you can take, as fun as beating the APC.
Yeah. Well, because in Eden, you only have so much durability. You have to be smart about how you use it.
Okay.
So being smart, I think, is better than being stronger than everyone. Don't get me wrong, being stronger than everyone has its advantages for sure. Because it would take maybe me 2 or 3 hits to try to knock off a stronger base like Mars off of a tile. And so that's where my durability comes into question. But if we can tile around, or if we can work as a team to knock them off, then it's always better to work smart and not harder.
Yeah, I agree with you. So when you say durability is limited, I guess with your strength, your team would want to rely on you a lot for beating APCs, but you have to pick your target, right? You cannot attack all reinforcement, especially if maybe weaker player can also beat it. So how do you pick your target?
That's a good question, because it also requires speed to it. But a lot of the tilers, when they're tiling, if someone reinforces who's strong, they'll share it in the chat, and one of the big bases will see it and will go. The other thing is to sometimes watch the other big bases from the other team, see where they're sending to, and then I'd send to those tiles as well as soon as they get there.
That requires to watch the game a lot. Do you look on your phone how much time you spend on the game per week or per day?
Oh, I don't look at and see how much time I spend on the game every week, but I'm retired, so I have enough time to sort of watch what's going on a lot of the time.
And I guess you have some pilots, so your base can be online 24/7?
I do not have a pilot.
What? Wait, for real?
For real.
You are alone playing your base?
My wife has the logins to my base as well, and then Hulk has the logins to my base if he needs to use it at night when I'm sleeping.
But only for emergencies then?
Only for emergencies.
Okay. No pilot. Only emergency emergency buddy. Oh wow. I mean, even as a medium base, I had a pilot for a while, and I saw the difference so much that I wasn't expecting someone with a bigger base to do that. But actually, I talked with Basha, who told me something similar.
Yeah.
Yeah, no pilot.
No pilot. I like to play.
And I see in the chat, he's had many pilot offers.
What?
So people would want to pilot your base, and you say no?
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand. But
if I'm paying all this money to get my base strong, I want to be the one to play it.
That makes sense. I think we need to quote that.
I want to spend the money on it, and then someone uses all my durability, and then I can't do anything.
If someone is on Twitch, you can click on the clip button to clip this, quote it. Because that's something people would say about super strong base, like, oh, what's the point about spending all that money and you're not even the one playing it, it's just an ego thing or whatever. And now I can see you are alone playing your base. It's not an ego thing, it's because you want to play it and you enjoy playing it.
Right.
Sounds selfish these days. Oh. I'm just checking a notes. Oh yeah, we talked about this break, but I wanted to make a point about making a break. It's we talked about your break, about how I was free to play and then spending and felt like I was catching up. Like we talked about, there is fun at all level of the games, whether you are a weaker player who can speed tile and outsmart, and a stronger player who actually can also outsmart and not only outpower, but outsmart with watching the game and being careful with speed and targeting the right tiles to attack. But some people, maybe in the chat or the viewers later, they think about taking a break and they think they're going to fall behind. And I think we need to tell them that's okay to take a break. And
Oh yeah, it's okay to take a break, especially if you're getting burnt out.
yeah, and most importantly, they need to have fun. And what are the risks of taking a break? Actually, not many if we see we can catch up.
Yeah, the risk is not being able to catch up, but you can catch up if you want to. You don't have to spend though. But I think sometimes a good thing to do is just, if you take a break, you can leave. A lot of people used to leave and go to a farm alliance, right?
Yeah.
And then I used to do that with my other bases. And I would go and I would just go and I would sit in the desert and I would tile. And sometimes I would join a support guild later in the season and have fun that way. But just don't get burnt out on the game to the point where you don't want to log in anymore, because then you're no good to yourself or your team.
Yeah,
And you're
totally.
just hanging on. So it's better to take a break
And
than not.
there's also something that I've heard a lot is like people begging someone to stay in game. And you feel like it's out of friendship and, oh no, I will disappoint my friend or lose my friend if I leave game now. But if they are real friends, they're okay with you taking a break and they will take you back if you come back later.
Yeah, I think that's good. I mean, I reconnected with a lot of people when I came back.
But when you take a step back from game, you can also realize you were spending a lot of time in game, but also in chats, in leader chats, in diplomacy chats, in online Discord or WeChat. You were talking with a lot of people, and when you take a step back from game, it's like your phone becomes kind of silent, and that can also feel weird. It's not only the game, it's all the community, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's a community, that's for sure. It's a good community. There's a lot of great people in it. And of course, like I said, that's how I met my wife.
We hear a lot of love story happening on Last Shelter. Do you think, do you have an opinion about meeting someone through Last Shelter compared, like, let's say, from Tinder or real life? We have.
I think it's just as good as a dating app, because when you're meeting people, as long as you eventually talk to them and know that they're real, right? And not catfishing or anything like that, you already have a shared interest, which is the same game.
That's right.
It's almost like playing on Xbox or PlayStation. If you meet someone through there, you have a shared interest that you two can connect through every time.
Does that make it dangerous to game? after being with someone.
Yeah, I think it does make it a little bit more difficult when you're quitting, or if you decide to quit when you meet someone through it. Um, but as long as you continue talking and chatting, like you just because you quit a game doesn't mean you have to quit a friendship or a relationship.
Definitely. But we know how it can be hard because you tried quitting, even if you came back. So you know how with some people you keep the friendship, and with some people it becomes hard to have a conversation because you don't have, like, it's not that you have nothing to talk about, but the starter of the conversation being, hey, I need you to kill this garrison. Hey, can you breach for me? Those are really nice conversation starter in the end.
Yeah, but what like I said, one of my friends who lives down here now, he retired from the game, and we can still talk about Last Shelter
Hmm.
because he understands what's going on, but he doesn't necessarily understand any of the new stuff. But we just connect on other things outside of that as well.
I understand. I also have friends who quit game, and the thing we can still always talk about is diplomacy issues, um, and leadership issues, member issues. That kind of stuff doesn't change. What change
No.
is the new release, but this you will discuss quite fast. The time to figure out what is the right way, what is the right research to do first, what is the right way to upgrade, make, or whatever. It's a quick discussion, and the long discussion is something that doesn't change.
Yeah. And the other thing that you can always send is battle reports. If you have a big hit, they like to see that still.
Yeah, and T in the chat says something that brings everyone together is the issue with devs.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yes, we all have an issue with the devs.
There's a question in the chat from Evanak. Does AO still play? And I can answer that. AO doesn't play Last Shelter anymore, but he's playing other gamer. If you join the Discord that is linked in the description of the YouTube video, I have a bot that is sending all the new AO's video directly into Discord, so you can follow there. But those are different games. Did you know AO personally, Bevans?
I don't think so.
He was playing in the 200 state at some point, so I thought maybe so in
Oh.
season. Yeah.
Yeah, well, what's so hard is when I took a break for a year and a half, some of the people who I had talked to, but not a lot, um, who were just maybe like other big base acquaintances or something. If I didn't see them after I came back, I don't necessarily remember who they are.
Yeah, I understand.
But when I came back, I went against Big Hope again, and I remembered him from before. And of course, he's recently sold his base too. So, but I have to get used to all new big bases.
Oh, we have, like, in the chat, we really have question that bring us back like 5 years ago. I see. There was a rumor that the Telegram owner playing this game. Is that true? I don't think it has been confirmed that Saka was Telegram owner. It was just a rumor. You remember? It's so long.
Oh, I don't remember.
I think it was a rumor that never was confirmed or denied. So
Yes.
hard to say. We won't know because he quit game.
Yeah.
And talking about like old things, like with all the seasons that you played, Total War, Eden, old Edens and new Edens, do you have like a favorite season or a season where something like blew your mind?
Oh, the first season was always special because at when we were playing DD, you had to pick a time, and we only had, I think, 20 people online most of the time.
Oh.
Season one is also the first time that our alliance went against my wife's alliance, and I frustrated her so bad, even though they beat us, to the point where she was calling me names in chat. I always want to bring that up. She was very frustrated with me. And then our first Eden was a lot of fun. We got destroyed by DKO, I think
Oh,
it was, and
first,
Marine Killer.
first Eden was Eden Rising, right?
Yes, that was fun. We went all over the desert. We couldn't get anywhere near the World Center. We had no allies, but it was so much fun. We fought forever. That was when you would go Fallen.
Oh yeah, that was fun. But Eden Rising was a bit crazy, I think, because on that season you could recruit someone wherever on the map, and you had all the farm alliances also on the map. So
Yes.
you usually had farms in all burst sector, so you could recruit and just spawn in any sector at any time.
Yeah,
Uh,
I remember that.
that was how I think many of us made enemies on that season.
Yeah, absolutely.
Uh,
But yeah, I think Eden is my favorite because you don't use durability in your regular state and in Eden. They're two separate ones. So we can
yeah.
still do zombies, adjudicators, Wendells, go to stuff like that. And then you can go into Eden. You get all your troops back at the end. And it's a separate durability that you can use. I just wish that there were more bases and alliances on each Eden map.
Yeah, there used to be more, and
Yes.
now they reduced it. Because if you count the players, because that's a thing I do, counting the players, you know?
Yeah.
Like in first Eden Conflict, we had about 2,000 players on each side. And now, if we have 800 players on a side, that's a lot.
Yeah.
So that's less than half. But when there were more people, there were like more drama. But the drama is something that actually help us bond also in game, because we solve problems together.
Yeah. And I think with getting rid of regular DD or Total War, the amount of farm bases out there are much less.
Yes.
So a lot of those used to log into Eden as well.
Mm-hmm.
But now they don't. And then, of course, now they do Eden and Winter at the same time, and you pick one or the other, which splits up into half and half. Whereas I think they should just do everyone's doing regular Eden this season. Next season, everyone is doing Winter, and then rotate it.
Yes, that could be a solution. I will answer the chat for a second. So I see there is Alex, that one Alex, saying evening, Bevans. Oh, good evening, Alex. He told me that he was going to sleep. Sorry, I leave.
Yeah, tell Alex I say hi.
And there is Rev asking what state you're from. So me, I am in state 1, and Bevans that you is in state 2. So about the season, so maybe you missed it, but in Frontier State, they are testing a new Total War with new features.
Yeah.
And I think what they are testing is very interesting. So in Frontier State, they play Total War, but exactly like the old Total War, playing in our own state. And what changes is I forgot. No, there is a way to know which alliance you will have duel with in advance. I didn't exactly understand how it works, but we can bet on the matches that will happen. So it won't be a surprise at the beginning of the duel anymore. And
okay.
also there is like bracket for the alliances depending on the strength. So you won't be able, if you are one of the top alliance, to declare on a farm alliance just to get points or to deal with anyone that is not in your bracket. But you can change bracket when you win a lot, lose a lot, you change bracket.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
Who changes? Yeah, that I think it's promising for the new Total War. I'm curious to see that instead. But like you said, we don't have farms anymore, so I'm afraid that not having farm will limit what we can do with the superstructure at Alliance Center 1.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, farms are important in Total War.
Yes, farms are very important in Total War. That's how a lot of the defense happened.
Mm-hmm. But
And then that's also how you would declare farm alliance on another farm alliance so that you get tiles in the other state.
yeah, and that would still be possible because farm alliances are in the same bracket, so they can declare on each other. It's not the top alliance versus farm alliance thing, which was already kind of limited, but you could still declare on way weaker alliance to transfer points and have deals and that kind of things. As far as I saw, there was like 4 alliances in the top bracket, so really the top 4 could only declare on themselves. And that's interesting.
Yeah, that sounds like fun.
Yeah. Guaranteed fun duel every time. Yeah, I think honestly we kind of talked about everything to talk about, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Is there something else you think we should talk about?
Oh, I don't know.
A message you have for all players.
Who do you think is gonna win All Stars?
Um, I think that you.
Okay.
That's AvC.
Oh, thank you. That's a good answer.
Or maybe an NW.
Yes. Okay.
But I haven't seen their. I don't think I've watched them play for a while. I would need to see some Oblivion with the different alliances. But AvC got me so much wins in the bets so many times. And now they are just stronger, and now I don't get as many coins because now other players are also betting on AvC. So if they got better, should get a better result.
Yes.
Like first. But
we will try.
yeah, and the thing is, I don't see TW6 winning. They could.
They still could.
Yeah.
But I hope we do.
But that's the alliance when I watched their Oblivion. I saw like tiny mistakes that are kind of not a big deal depending on your opponent, and I think would be a big deal against NNW or AvC if they don't fix them before the end of All Star. Maybe I'm wrong. I mean, in average, the average player is a very high average. They are very strong players.
Yes.
It can compensate a lot. Like on Gathering, Alliance tend to put their weaker player on Gathering, but if your weaker player is way stronger, you can have an advantage on Meteorites, then on placing Watchtowers, and then it's a really big advantage at the end of the game.
Yes.
So we'll see, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think any of the big alliances have actually faced one another yet this season.
No, it has been boring.
Yeah. So we don't actually know anything about any of the other top alliances just yet, only from what we've seen them do against weaker alliances.
Yeah, but watching, it's still important to watch the match against weaker alliance because you can assume they would use a similar strategy. And because they would use a similar strategy against a weaker alliance, you see exactly their strategy. They're not perturbed, distracted by good strategy or good strength from their opponent. So you see exactly where they intend to place their players, what they intend to do, how they want to build their watchtower, what's their final game plan. So that's interesting. But you can't see that with TW6, because when I watched TW6, there was no Mars, no Super Mike. So like for easy matches, they didn't even move their strong bases. So we couldn't see exactly their game plan.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because for a lot of the early ones, they were still on Eden.
Yeah, it was so complicated during the fight to have people to leave the fight and go to All-Star. You could only hope that your opponent was in the same situation.
Yeah.
And TW6 had the strength to keep the strongest base in Eden and send the medium high base in Oblivion.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I think that's it for all the questions I had for you, and even more, because we talk about this team fit thing, which is, I think, very interesting thing. I will do my research for the next time you come here, or maybe when Queenie comes here, because the guy in the chat said that Queenie is an expert on fit. So yeah, Bevans, thank you again so much for your time, for coming here in live stream with me.
It's been fun. Thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you. So we will see you again after AvC wins All-Star, obviously.
All right. Hopefully we do.
Do you have a last advice for everyone watching and playing Last Shelter? Like one thing they need abs. That's just too much pressure.
Have fun. It's a game. Don't take it too seriously. Don't argue over tiles.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, just remember, I know everyone's trying to do the same thing. They're all trying to help their team win. They're all people behind the base. Just try to have as much fun as you can and enjoy playing with other people.
That's one of the best advice you could give. I mean, not the have fun part, but don't argue.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, thank you. I will close the call now and say goodbye to the. So bye, Bevan. Thank you again. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Okay, I close the calls and I will end this. I hope you liked having Bevans here, and we'll have other players coming live stream starting tomorrow. Tomorrow we have NAC. So tomorrow it's totally different atmosphere. Bevans is one of the strongest players in the game, but NAC is one of the weakest. He's a free-to-play, annoying little thing. And we will have him because I don't want to invite only super strong players, actually. Even if it's obviously a lot of fun and we have a lot to learn, but I also want to invite like our players. Where is he? Where is NAC? Is he R3 now? No. I don't find him. Did we kick him? That would make sense. So the troll player, a troll free-to-play player coming tomorrow in live stream, because we need to talk also with regular players, and you know, players like you and I will never beat Mars in the arena. I'm trying to hide the other game. The NAC will come in live stream tomorrow. Hopefully other players, but they haven't confirmed yet. the idea that I hope you will like also is having multiple players that the average player can relate to and discuss to. And we are not talking about like the biggest, most useful advice ever. I'm losing my words. I think it will be fun. I hope you show up. We will also watch an all-star match, obviously, but I don't know one yet because the all-star matches for tomorrow are not released yet. They release it like shortly after reset, I think. So we can bet and all that. So when you see the all-star matches, don't hesitate to send me a message and tell me which match we should watch tomorrow. We can watch it together at 10:30 game time for all people watching. Thanks again a lot for everyone who stopped by, everyone who participated in the chat. Thank you, especially T in the chat, for all the insightful comments on Bevans and AvC. That was very, very useful, exactly what I needed to manage this live stream. So thanks a lot, T. I hope you subscribed and that you will come back in other live streams, because that was really nice having you in the chat. And you sound like a knowledgeable person. Everyone have fun. See you very soon.